Hey everybody, and welcome to the Chew stream. I hope you guys are having a great time, and I hope you guys caught yesterday's Chew stream. We had Peter DeSev on here doing his little interview. It was awesome. I loved it, and what a pleasure it was to have such a busy and talented person on here to do an interview. I felt very, very fortunate. Um, I hope you guys did too, because it was definitely a big deal to me. So I hope everybody's doing well. And where's everybody from? Let each other know, because this Chew stream has really caught on, and there's people from all over the place these days, coming on here and participating with us, and it's been great. I loved it. I hope to do it over and over again. So let's start off by just explaining what happens on a Chew stream. Um, what we're doing here is this is all live and interactive, right? And what we're doing here, what I'm doing is I'm creating my sketchbook, and you as the viewer can participate by painting with me. And what we do is we choose a topic during the beginning of the show. So today I thought, why not, stay in the same kind of mood, the same kind of, flow as Peter DeSev, started with us, and we're gonna pick two adjectives, okay, two describing words as our topic for tonight. Okay, so it could be old, you know, fat, skinny, scaly, things like that, and we'll all just do that topic. Okay. So who has a topic? Who has a good topic for me? Anybody? Slippery, hairy, hairy and slippery. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Hairy, slippery, smiley, sick, smelly. Is that your own? Is that your own topic, Kay? Tall and mischievous. Hairy nerd, thin and hungry. Hold on, I just gotta set my window here. Yesterday was an awesome day, you know, because of Peter DeSev's great, opportunity to come onto ChewStream, and we all got to interview him. It's a great opportunity for us. Um, let me just. I want to try cover my. I wanted to try cover my video because. Sorry, tall and grumpy. Tall and grumpy. Okay, Kay is telling me that it should be tall and grumpy. Okay, tall and grumpy. So let's go with that one. I think it'll be good. Tall and grumpy. And if that's okay with everybody else, let's begin. Okay? So right now it's 11:35 p.m. in Toronto time, and so that's what? Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry. Peter's telling me that. So that's, the deadline will be 12:35 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, but that would be 1 hour from now. You can take a look at your uh, time if you are just watching a recording of this. You could take a look at the time and participate with us. I encourage everybody to participate with us. This way, you can get better too, just like all the true streamers on tonight. And, you know, how many of you saw the true stream yesterday with Peter DeSev? How many of you saw the true stream yesterday? There were so many people watching that interview. It was just nuts. Okay, so we're going with, what was it, Tall and Grumpy? Tall and Grumpy. Okay, I'm gonna do my own version of Tall and Grumpy. Um, but yeah, there's so many people on the on the interview yesterday, and it nearly crashed schoolism and imaginism. Because imaginism, schoolism, well, schoolism is built for the students on schoolism, and that's what it's built for. It's built for hundreds of people, not thousands of people, and it was just bonkers yesterday. So it was great to see everybody on there and everything, and I was very very happy that all like everybody made it. But you right now watching this right now, whether it's live or it's recorded, but I'd say even more so that's live. Um, you guys right now should be even prouder of yourselves because you're back. Yesterday it was like the equivalent of the gym the day after New Year's. Everybody's in there, everybody's working out, and then a couple weeks later, there's only the hardcore regulars. You know, there are only just the real hardcore people left. So I'm talking about you guys. That's awesome that you're back. Awesome that you're drawing with me. And I hope you're participating in today's challenge. So today's challenge is old and grumpy. So let's think of some, or sorry, tall and grumpy. Tall and grumpy. My gosh. Today was just so full of all these different things going on, calls and meetings and project stuff and, everything. Jeez. So my brain is just exhausted today, but we're going to keep going on, at least for another hour or so. So let's go. Let's do this. All right. This is going to be tall and grumpy. So let me see. Maybe he's grumpy because he's super tall and he has to sit on a little chair. That's what I'm thinking. And how many of you out there, is this your first time on ChewStream? Welcome, welcome everybody. Uh, Hope you'll make this a regular thing. And how many of you guys are regulars? And how many times have you been on here participating and drawing with us? And has it helped already? Because I know for some people, they've already told me that, they could already see a difference, which is amazing to hear, wonderful to hear. So I hope everybody keeps up the great work. Because that's what it takes, that's what it takes to be a successful person, to just that consistency. And that's what brought you guys back, hopefully, you know. So this guy's super tall, super grumpy. Let's draw those pants. Limewax says that he's been to 3 Chew streams, and each night he can get better. He only gets better, which is why he's back here again tonight. That's awesome. Good for you because that's all it takes. Really, that's all it takes. And once we get past the whole entire, thinking process of should I do another one? I know it's the time again. Should I watch another Chew stream, participate? Once you get past that and just do it and just sit down and just start drawing, you're gonna see that it's for a good cause. Like that's tons of people would always ask me all these questions of how to become a successful artist, and this is it right here. Okay, so somebody saying you said that you took down some of the videos because you didn't like them too much. Could you please keep them up on Ustream for the people who missed those times, maybe just for a few days? I just, man, see, I have to be able to at least have the freedom to choose which um, videos go up. I really feel like uh, that should be, my right, and I just don't want to put up anything that I don't fully like. So I hope that's okay with everybody because, you know, when you put up something that you don't really fully like, it's like you gotta live with that. You gotta always look at that and all that stuff. This is something this is a fun activity to do and everything. I'll try to put up more. I'll try to work through my own, I guess, issues about putting up um certain videos and stuff. I'll try to do that more, okay? But the old ones are not going up. I'll, you know, I'll see about putting up these ones. Then they might go up later on, I don't know. But right now, I just feel like I just want to put up the ones that I like. Okay, so let's see. Any other questions? Anybody that has a question, if you're new on ChewStream, you're just gonna ask. Um, okay, somebody saying Ness is saying that the stream he can't see the stream. Is that correct? If you're having problems, um, hmm, maybe somebody can help you. Maybe it's the temporary data in your computer. Okay, so this is my guy here, tall and grumpy, and maybe I'll sit him beside some people that are much shorter so we can really see the difference. Okay, so here we go. And also, if you really just can't figure it out, you could definitely go to ustream.tv/Bobby-Chew-broadcasting, and that's the channel right there on Ustream, and then you can just upload your stuff off of Schoolism. Okay? So somebody's asking, how do you know when your work is good enough? You just gotta ask the right people, ask people that you respect. Okay? Um, Chachi is asking, what is your opinion on having other things to do than drawing, like karate or football or something? Absolutely, go right ahead. Um, it's definitely, especially the things that keep you active, since art is such a kind of not as active activity. Uh, it's good to always move around for sure. Okay, let's see. Let's add in a guy over here. He has a mustache and beard, if you could see him now. And maybe we'll just move him up a bit. And just a little tie. Okay. Okay, so Omar asks, when you want to have a style that defines you, do you just let it roll out of you, or do you plan for the style? I would say a little bit of both. You just kind of, you know, try to really just sit there and think about what would you ideally want to do, and then also it's kind of like this organic kind of process. So, you know, you might think that you want to do something, but then you go down the road and things start to happen, things start to change, and you find out that actually you don't want to do that, you know? So, you just gotta kind of roll with the punches and see where fate takes you. The main thing is that for every job that you do and things like that, you want to think about, is this job going to elevate my game, elevate, my career in any way? Am I going to learn anything from it? How am I benefiting from it? If the answer is just money, if you can, just don't try to take those jobs as much. You have to, you know, stick with jobs that will elevate your game somehow. How long did it take you to develop your personal style? Somebody asks. Well, I'd have to say, I don't know. It's all been this very consistent kind of organic process, and I feel like my style will change, you know, perhaps by next year or something like that. Just finding more and more different styles, more and more different ways to experiment and to just, come up with some new innovative ideas, hopefully. That's the goal. And that's just through a lot of painting, a lot of chew streaming, and I hope you guys are there with me because it's a lot more fun when there's more people. Okay, so this is a normal dude. Why are some phrases in red? Somebody asks. That's because if you have a question for me, all you have to do is type question and then colon space and then your question and your text will come out red. And that's how I'll be able to see your questions a lot easier. Okay? There's the good people at Schoolism and Lucky Design, one of our regular Chew streamers that helped put this chat together. So, big thank you to all of them. We couldn't do this without you. It would be a completely different thing, and I don't think it would be as fun. Okay, so there's my little guy right there. So that establishes kind of like the joke here. Okay, and let's put another person right over here. Um, there we go. And what kind of hair? And this person's probably gonna be looking at the old guy because she's leaning to one side. Okay. Lady Chestnut, let's give a big shout out to her. She's been here since the very first time, since the beginning. Excellent. And where are you from, Lady Chestnut? Let everybody know. Who else has been here since the very beginning? I wonder. Some people tell me that they actually leave ChewStream on just in case, because sometimes I'll just pop on secretly and just start something. They say that they leave it on, so it's kind of funny because all of a sudden they'll just start hearing my voice through the speaker, and then they'll get up and start watching. That's really funny. Somebody asks, do I keep using pencils and paper when the PC or Wacom isn't by my side? Um, yeah, of course, of course. Or a brush. Cav says he's been here from the beginning. Let's see who else. Big shout out to Cav. Dan F something something FS85 and formal. Taminator, regular Chew streamer. Excellent, awesome guys. Okay, let's bring a little bit more life into this lady right here. There we go. Okay, so somebody's asking, my sketches of people always take a long time. How do I increase my speed? Increasing your speed is all about, um, you know, how you draw, okay? How fast you draw is not determined by how fast you can literally draw, okay? It's determined by how much information are you putting down at what rate. If you can put something down that's very simple looking, but it's talking about a whole lot of things, then all of a sudden you're drawing faster. Okay? For example, this line doesn't just talk about the fabric. Uh, it's not just talking about the outline. It's also talking about the drapery and the arm underneath it. So then you start talking about more than one thing. The tone of it talks about how dark or light is it. All right? And there's all sorts of different ways of thinking, and that's one of the huge keys that I find to being able to paint fast, or to draw fast, is to be able to figure out and learn and practice different ways of thinking. Different ways of thinking is going to help you be able to analyze things much better, and then you'll be able to paint faster. You'll be able to get down information much faster. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Omar asks, downloading free Photoshop brushes from the net, a good thing or bad? I don't know. As long as it doesn't crash your stuff, I guess it's totally fine. Somebody asks, wasn't your sketchbook based on creatures? Oh yeah. I forgot. Today has been a long day. If you can't tell it from my voice, um, you know, it's definitely, you could probably tell from my scatterbrainness. Stayed up really late last night just talking with Peter Chan and my buddy Thierry Lafontaine and Kay and you know, just talking about how much fun that interview was with Peter DeSev. You know, we got to see a bit of Peter DeSev's art collection, which was great. That was something that I always wanted to do. I heard from I think I heard from Bill Plimpton that this other New York-based artist that or filmmaker that said that Peter DeSev has a really cool art collection. So yesterday it was very, very cool to see a bit of it. Yeah. Okay. So, um, somebody was right. This should be about creatures. So perhaps I'll just change it and we'll make this about creatures. Okay. So let me just see here. Really, I just gotta change the faces, I think. So Phoenix is saying, "Come on, Bobby, have to get intense, have to get intense. I can feel the energy from Phoenix out there in the internet world." All right, sometimes it's tough, but when you're right, you're right. Gotta step it up. Gotta get more intense. Gotta think. Gotta you know struggle. Gotta get frustrated. Gotta do all that. So let's do this by, what do I want to do here? I just want to erase all the heads and create some cool creatures. All right. Holy smokes. You're totally right. I'm totally uh, just laying back too much. I gotta wake myself up. I gotta pick myself up. And this is probably why, I don't like to put that many Chew streams online because, I always want things to be perfect. So I'm sorry if, my tiredness has gotten the best of me for a second. Let me get back into gear. Lucky Design says, "Can you please invite Bill Plimpton?" Oh, that could be a good possibility. There's a whole bunch of people coming up. My buddy Coro is going to be doing an interview. He's going to be next on the Chew stream. Anybody know of Coro? I'm sure you do. Oops. Coro is aka Justin Kaufman, is this fantastic, fantastic painter from San Francisco, and his band of boys and his and Melissa, formed conceptart.org and Massive Black and all that stuff, and really changed the face of art on the internet. For many, many people, many, many people have been influenced by conceptart.org, and it's been a fantastic, fantastic learning tool for many, many beginner artists. So I'm gonna be asking him all sorts of awesome stuff, like, how did it all start? How did it get that big? And did you have any idea that it would get that big? Was it planned? Was there a goal in mind? How does one get to that level? And is it possible to get to that level nowadays? So that's going to be Super friggin' cool. I can't wait for that one. Tell your friends, tell your classmates, tell everybody. And guess what? I also asked him, is he willing to do a sketch, come up with the topic, and do a sketch for everybody, or the winner of the challenge for that night? Now, after yesterday's crazy, crazy episode, um, we're anticipating a lot of people tuning in for this. Okay? So, what we're going to have to do is, what does everybody think about having the contest go on for like 1 week? And then, at the end of the week, we tally up all the votes. This way people won't freak out. Or actually, after the week is done, then everybody can vote for, 1 day. And then we'll tally up all the votes, and then Cora will pick a winner. This way, hopefully, everybody will, um, be able to submit their stuff and everything, and it won't be so chaotic like like yesterday. But that was super awesome, though. As I was interviewing Peter, I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was getting past these notes, so I was a bit distracted at the same time. Um, saying that, oh, schoolism is there's too many people in schoolism and all this stuff, and so trying to all submit at the same time. The chat really slowed things down as well. So, you know, we're working on it. Okay, so somebody else has a question. Who do you think are more successful, artists who are self-taught or graduate from art school? That's a really good question. Kay says that there's no difference. I think that there's no difference either. It doesn't matter, you know, if you went to art school or not. Um, talent can come from anywhere, for sure. Steven Silver, self-taught, is doing very well for himself. You know, um, I went to school, um, but I found that I learned most of my painting after I got out of school, after just doing it. Um, let's see. Okay, so any other top or any other questions? Any other questions? When Coral comes in, is there any chance that we can do Skype calls? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That'll be fun. I think that'll be very interesting and could be good. You guys just have to come up with some really good questions, okay? And we'll throw some people on there. So big congratulations goes out to Charles Santoso. I hope that I pronounced your name right. From Australia. All the way in Australia, this guy has just been improving and improving. It's been awesome. And Peter DeSev, I gave him the link so he could look at everybody's submissions. And out of everybody's submissions, he picked the same choice that everybody else picked, which was Charles Santoso to win his original drawing live off of the Chiu stream. And so a big, big congratulations goes out to Charles. Excellent. Charles was also one of my digital painting students, so I'm even happier because I know how hard he works and I know he's gonna go places. Okay, so somebody's asking, do you believe in talent or effort and practice? I would say a little bit of talent and a whole lot of effort and practice. Just like Peter de Sèvres was saying that he was painting, from a very young age, and he was all into it and everything, and he was known as the artist and everything. And sometimes it's just about some person telling you, wow, this is really great, and you should be an artist, and that transforms a person's life. You know, encouragement like that. Perhaps it could be, uh, perhaps it could be discouragement, like somebody telling you to go to sleep right now, or you shouldn't be an artist, or whatever it is. And because of that, you totally disagree, and you fight on even stronger and harder, and that's what makes you succeed as well. Um, the main thing is that these are all things that end up being a result of what you choose to do, how you react to something. Now, you don't have to wait for anything to happen for you to start reacting. Why do we have to wait until somebody says, wow, you're a really great artist, before you believe it, before you really start trying, before you really get obsessed and really just start loving art? Why do we have to wait until somebody discourages us and says, yeah, you know what, you're not there yet. You think you're so good, you're not there yet. And that pushes you on even further. Why do we need to wait for that kind of stuff? Why don't we just do? If we can just do, then you've taken control of your mind, and now you're going to be awesome. You're going to be great, and nothing will be able to stop you. You see? Because it's all coming from inside. If you have to wait until something from the outside makes you change and makes you, different, that's fine. But, if you go the other route and bring that change from inside, then you're going to be unstoppable. You know, I think a lot of people, they tell us things, and it might not be the most positive, but it comes from a good place, right? So we can't be upset with them. Instead, we should just really switch it around and try to just really appreciate them. Because without them, then you wouldn't be stronger. You wouldn't be faster. You wouldn't be better. So always keep that in mind, I think. Um, okay, so Nick asks, have you always been an optimistic person? Or did you realize that being optimistic helped? It's more like um, I had to realize it, but that was quite a while ago. And then once I realized it, I just kept going, you know, being more and more optimistic. And that way, that's why it's been just nonstop for the people that knew me back then. For the people that I went to school with. For the people that I used to work at Nelvana with, they saw a bit of it. But all the others, unless you've been there with me and seen me develop and everything over the years, you know, you would, if you met me again, you would know that I'm a different person. And it's like that kind of stuff can happen at any time. You can let that stuff happen right now for you. And just become a different person. It's completely up to you. You don't need to have an outside trigger, trigger that on-off switch. You could tell that on-off switch that, you are in controlling, turn it on yourself. I was never always optimistic, but when I became more optimistic, then everything started rolling much better. Why? Because my spirits were always up. I was always in a good mood. I'm always, usually in a good mood and always having fun, always cracking jokes, and always being intense and serious at the same time, and always trying to push forward, keep pushing forward with whatever we want to do. And I believe that kind of attitude is what got me to where I am now. So that I don't have to really look for any work. I haven't had to look for work in a while. And, that's something that is a great thing. And it's not, I'm only saying this not because I'm saying, wow, look at me, I get work or whatever. I'm saying this because I'm hoping that you'll understand that I really feel like for many, many of you, I'm just like you. For especially people that are around my neighborhood in Toronto, Canada, and always had these high hopes of, working at DreamWorks, working at Pixar, working wherever, Disney and wherever, you know, these people, if you ask them at a point in their life where they might be just a student and saying, you know, do you believe that you could work in feature film? Would you be able to believe that you could work on good feature films in Toronto, but the work is coming straight from the US? Not a lot of people would say, yeah, I totally, totally believe that. Hopefully, more people will believe it now that they've seen that it's possible. And I hope I can help you guys with that wherever you're from. You know, even though you're not living in California, there's still a lot of hope. There's still a lot of great opportunities to be able to do that. You just got to think bigger. You just got to believe. You got to turn that on off switch back on and just keep it on and just keep moving forward and just keep pushing on. And the harder things get, the more you feel that it's so worth it. Because bad things happen to everybody, me included. It's what you choose to do when those bad things happen. Do you choose to run or roll with the punches and figure some other way out? You don't let me in this way, I'm gonna just, look around towards the sides and see if there's any other entrances, because either way, I'm coming in, whether you like it or not. You guys come with me, okay? And you stick with me and you keep drawing and you keep fighting on, and you'll see that this kind of thinking helps. This kind of thinking gets you, you know, doing positive things and doing awesome things. And even if it doesn't right away, you know that you're trying, and that's a very satisfying thing. You know that you are trying to do something to advance your life. And you're not going to stay stagnant, and you're not going to just sit there. You're not going to do your same job over and over again. You're more than that. You're more than $20 an hour. You're more than $10 an hour. Your life is more than that. And that's how I feel. I know that's like that's a big reality that, you know what, for a lot of people, that's how much their time is worth. But, I know for many, many other people out there, especially you guys that are waking up early, staying up late, coming on a Chiu stream, participating with me, painting with me, I know you guys know that your life is worth much more than $10 an hour. $12 an hour, $20 an hour, $30 an hour. It's worth much more than that. But you got to make that worth happen. You got to make that worth happen by taking control of your mind. There's a little rant for you. There's some energy back. All right. So, you out there in True Streamland, wherever you are, I'm there with you. And I was there with you. Imagine that I was there sitting right there, and yeah, that was me. It's all possible. No matter what age, if you're in high school, if you're in college, if you're 60 years old, if you're 70 years old, the only reason why it might not be possible is because you don't believe that's possible. That's it. There is no other reason. So somebody's asking, can Koro do some weapon design on here? I feel that if you notice these interviews, I want to get into their brain. I want to figure out what kind of thinking, what kind of, beliefs does a person have to make them successful like that. I think that's going to be much better, much more educational for us, for you guys, because I already know. I've talked to these people, and the most impressive thing about each one of these people are their beliefs. And that is what's gotten them to where they are. Even more so than how they design weapons or how they do this, how they do that, how they create their you know brush and things like that. That kind of stuff, that is a result of innovation and hard work through their beliefs. So what are their beliefs? And adopt the same beliefs, and perhaps it'll work out for you as well. If it makes sense to you, then adopt it and let it benefit you. Okay, so this guy, I guess this is an alien. You know, and I'm so not afraid of telling you guys this, even though there's only a certain amount of jobs out there for conceptual artists and things like that. Because there's only a certain amount of you that will actually believe it. The people that don't believe it, it'll never happen for them, even if they listen to this podcast. Also, there's a huge amount of you that won't do it. You'll listen and you won't actually actively do it. And it's going to be up to you out there in Chiu land to determine which side of the road are you going to be on. Are you going to be on that side where you listen, nothing happens, and then, nothing but bitching and complaining about how much of a fraud this whole entire thing is? Or are you going to be on the same side that I'm drawing on and, try it out? If it makes sense to you, try it out. Adopt these beliefs and know that occasionally bad things will happen to you, but those are only because you're about to go on to the next level. You're about to, really elevate your game. And if you keep pushing on, you keep pushing forward with intensity, you're going to do great. Can't dwell on that kind of stuff. The people that are successful are the ones that treat any kind of obstacle as that real test if they're successful or not. The real test if they're successful or not. Because successful people do not become completely successful people until they have to deal with failure or until they have to deal with bad luck, things that might be out of their control. The ones that fail are the ones that run away when that kind of stuff happens. And they decide to maybe they should do something else. Well, it's up to you. Because you have that choice. You could do something else. It depends how hard you want it, right? That's fate just asking you, how hard do you want it? Some people, it's like, I feel like everybody has certain kinds of fate, okay? It's like a choose your own adventure book. And the different choices that you make lead you down to different choices later on. But everybody is able to still make those choices, the right choices, to bring them to a great level, a very satisfying level. So use your common sense. Use your common sense. Be an optimist. Why not? And believe in yourself. Because that's going to be a huge ingredient to your success. You think that people that don't believe in themselves, you know, end up trying to do big things? No. Sometimes these things happen and it just falls on top of them. But why let it all depend on luck? Why put it in somebody else's hands? Take control of your own life and do it with intensity. You'll get there quicker. How do you deal with fear of failure? You punch that fear of failure in the face. That's what you do. I spat all over my monitor after I read that one. You gotta take that fear of failure, and you gotta smack it down. Tell it who's boss. Tell it to sit in the corner. Don't talk to you. Don't even look at you. Because we're not dealing with this right now. We got things to do. We got dreams to make. If you have a fear of failure, listen to this and punch that fear of failure in the face. Change your way of thinking. Think of the person as your best friend. Think of the client as your teacher that you did a really great job in, their class. Take control of your mind. Switch it around so that you feel great. Take control of your mind. Okay, here's another question. I often find I have no idea what to draw beyond regular studies. What can I do to build up my creativity? This is a very, common question. Look around. Start painting something. Just start painting something. That's one of the best ways to get rid of that, creativity block. Just start painting something and then paint a different version of that something and then mix it up with something else and, keep going. Stop thinking about it so much and just start doing it. Great question. Okay. Blue Hyper Giant says, can I just punch everything in the face? Any negative thoughts? Heck yeah, punch those negative thoughts in the face. Tell them I sent you. And then bulldoze right over that. And keep going. Learn from your mistakes, but don't let them slow you down. You might need to regroup. Definitely, you want to analyze every time that you make a mistake so you don't go back the same exact way that you did last time. Because it's hard that way. You want to think, you want to move, you want to shake, you want to, just keep going, just keep shaking, just keep dodging, just keep moving, just keep switching it up. Always start, keep thinking, because you need to exercise your brain. You need to exercise your brain to get better ideas. You got to crack jokes all the time to come up with some great humor. Okay, so somebody else is asking, totally off the subject, but when you paint something, how do you choose your canvas size? It all depends on, what am I going to do with the painting? Am I going to print it out? Was there any requirements for this painting? Let me just thank you guys right now, because I started off this Chiu stream super tired, super exhausted, just kind of zombieing through everything. And then somebody told me that I gotta get intense. And then it was like all my Hulkamaniacs, except you guys are, my Chew streamers or whatever you want to call it, start telling me that I gotta punch that voice in the face. And it's the same damn thing that I've been telling you guys. And that's awesome because not only are you guys listening, but you're encouraging me to keep intense, to stay intense. And I want to thank you guys for that because that's awesome. Now, somebody's asking, you mentioned a long time ago that you quit everything you felt you were dependent on. Have you started to use again? And you seem to keep going super energized. What is your diet? My diet is, whatever's on the plate and a whole big serving of chew streaming, I think, and just psyching myself up. Um, Now, did I go back onto anything? Yeah. It was just a test to see if you can do it. Can you say something and for no reason commit to it and do it, even if you don't like it? Can you really take control of your mind? Yeah, so I eat meat again. I drink pop every once in a while. Things like that. Um, have a drink every once in a while. Partied it up with Alvin Lee like a week ago at his no pants party. And I was the one of the few that came with actually no pants. Everybody else had pants. So, that's why I know good things are going to happen, right? That's when you know good things are going to happen. When funny stuff like that happens to you. Okay, do you have a clear image of what you're going to paint before you paint it is another question. Yes, usually I do have a pretty good idea. I don't see it in absolute detail yet. It depends um, exactly how good of a drawing day I'm having. Usually I have a pretty good drawing day, but sometimes I have a really good drawing day, and then I start to visualize the different steps involved to create something, not just how do I want it to look. I would get into that zone where I kind of think about things in the different steps that I would do to create it. Okay, and just so you know, okay, there is 7 minutes left in this competition or in this exercise. Okay, 7 minutes left. So time to finish it up. The topic for tonight was tall and grumpy. Okay, how do you deal with people that are impossible to motivate? Sometimes, they got to do it from inside. And you just got to kind of, leave them alone and let them find out, find their own path. You got to respect that, because key ingredient is you. I might help you become a little bit more motivated, like a lot of people say, but really, the key ingredient is you. You are the one that has to get that spark happening. I'm just trying to turn that key and hopefully it'll start. But you're that spark plug that makes it happen. Okay, so 6 minutes left in your entry. Okay, here we go. That's looking pretty good. Weird. Looks pretty weird. All right. There's some eyes. Omar asks, does Kay inspire me? Oh, yeah, of course. Definitely. Every time I see her drawings, it's inspiring. You know, I I'm a big fan of her work, big admirer of her work, and it's always inspiring. So it's great because we just feed off each other. Peter and T that work with me too are inspiring as well. When I see them working late, when I see them working hard. Keith, inspiring as well. He's our um, he's our multitasker slash technician slash interior decorator slash everything else. Awesome guy, and he's you know couldn't be prouder of how he's doing. Um, it's infectious. It's infectious in here. Kay, any advice from Kay in terms of what she asks? Where do you get the where? What's the? I don't know. Yeah, how do you get your ideas? How about that? Sometimes it's good to listen to music without words. And you close your eyes, and then what? And then all sorts of things just pop in her head. So there you go. That's awesome. I didn't even know that. All right. So there you go. Any other questions? Maybe interview Kay someday. Maybe it just might happen. Off the subject, I think you mentioned that you were working on the new Burton Alice movie. Did any character designs make it into the film? Yeah, a whole bunch. So can't wait. Really looking forward to seeing that movie. Um, and hopefully you guys see it too. And hopefully during the time, if you like, you want to watch any other movies, go and buy a Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland ticket and then hop in the other theater. Just joking. I'm just joking. Anyhow, you have 2 minutes left. Okay, 2 minutes left in the challenge. Tall and grumpy. This guy looks like tall and sad. I gotta change his face a bit. Okay, sometime can the subject be Bobby punching negativity in the face? Asks Dogjaw. I don't think so. That doesn't sound like a appealing subject. I don't know. I don't think yeah. Who knows? Maybe one day, but probably not. I want to keep that uh you know I want to keep some good subjects. Okay? All right. There you go. Nice and grumpy. Oops. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, there you go. Time is up. Go ahead and upload your stuff onto the Schoolism site, and we're all gonna vote. Okay, so wait until I tell you to vote. That way we can let everybody have a fair shake and let everybody have some time to upload their stuff. Okay, so go ahead and upload your stuff, and we'll give everybody um, 10 minutes to upload their stuff. Okay, 10 minutes starting now. Now Timpa asks, I assume you read a lot of self-motivational books and listen to lectures and the likes. Any specific recommendations? Tony Robbins. Um, you know, the thing that got me really going was definitely listening to all the motivational stuff I could even think of. Do I read any of that stuff anymore? Honestly, not very much. Why? Because after a while, you just see that it's all the same stuff. It's all the same stuff, just told in different ways. Everything relates to everything else. So after a while, it just became I was too busy doing instead of reading, if that makes any sense. So, perhaps one day, of course, I would love to just pick up a book and start reading for hours, but man, I got stuff to do. So, not so much anymore. But definitely recommended, of course. Okay, so do not vote right now. Do not vote right now and just upload your stuff. And we're going to wait until everybody uploads their stuff. They have about 9 minutes left. And you can look for Peter Chan to help you with how to upload. If you don't know how to upload, he will let you know. Okay? What you want to do is, I believe there's an upload button or something like that. So, there you go. Okay, so is there a size cap for uploading? Yeah, you can only upload up to 1 megabyte, a 1 megabyte JPEG file. Okay, so that's very easy. Um, this is just for the web, so let's keep it simple. Don't crash my site. Because this is all for free. This is all for kicks. This is all just because thought it was a good idea. You know, thought it'd be some fun idea that we can just start forming a sketch group online. And this all started from really it all started from the Subway sketch group years ago that I started um, in the streets of Toronto, in the subways of Toronto, where everybody would just get together and sketch all day. And it has evolved into this global now. So it's awesome. Now, somebody asks, I'm an Asian concept artist and I want to move my job abroad. Can you describe me how to get a job in detail? Getting a job abroad, you mean like getting contracts from different countries and such? Where to go to look for them and things like that. Honestly, I wouldn't be a good person to tell you because I haven't really looked for jobs. That's not my method. My method is to keep working on my art and keep pushing it out there, and people will notice, people will see. That's what happened, and that's why I get my jobs. Go to, you know, participate in activities on the internet, participate in contests, participate in anywhere where there's people, go there and start mixing it up there. Okay? So is ChewStream going to go is the ChewStream going to continue even after you're finished with the sketchbook? Well, that will all depend on you guys. If you want me to continue, then I'll continue. If you really want me to continue, if you're willing to paint with me and draw with me and, just continue the good vibes, then I'm there with you. What's your favorite non-digital medium? Right now, I would say, I don't know, pencil, watercolor, I don't know. I like to switch it up. I like to mix it up. Okay, so all these people now are all saying, yes, yes, yeah, continue, get intense, continue, please, yeah. That's why you guys are awesome, right? That's why you guys are awesome. So, of course, then of course we keep this kind of energy going, we keep the intensity going, and I don't mind sketching with you guys. I don't mind continuing it on, for sure. And because this is a good thing. I know this is a good thing. Okay, so we have 5 minutes left. 5 minutes for you to upload your stuff onto the website. Go ahead and upload your stuff, and then we're all gonna vote. Don't vote yet until I let you know. Wheatgrass forever, right? Jellybean 101. That's the thing. Today I didn't get my wheatgrass. You see? That's why I was a little rocky in the beginning. I felt a little tired. I didn't have my wheatgrass. I didn't have that energy going. But then you guys became my wheatgrass, didn't you? Woke my butt up. Right on. Good for you guys. Let's see. What else do I want to do here? Okay. Right on. So I'm just going to do some finishing touches here. Okay. And just go over my stuff real quick while we give everybody a few more minutes. 3 more minutes to upload their stuff. And if you're listening out there, because I know many of you are, listening to this perhaps the day after or something like that off of a pre-recorded stream, come and join us. Come and join us because as many of these people right now can tell you that good vibes become infectious. It really helps to get that group together and paint together. Keep everybody motivated. Somebody says, dude, that totally looks like my grandfather, Blue Beagle. That's funny. Yeah, I like drawing old people. I love drawing old people, actually. Why? Because their wrinkles really tell a story. You do certain facial movements all the time, you're going to have certain wrinkles when you get older. And I love that. It's always so interesting seeing the different kind of wrinkles. Okay, so somebody asks, I'm a big studio junkie. Any way you guys could take some pics and show us where you work, where you all work? Um, Maybe one day. I don't know. Okay. Team FX 2000 asks, how did the Peter DeSev Q&A go yesterday? Well, a lot of you guys saw it. I know that a whole bunch of you guys saw it. And I think everybody can say, even though even though the site was going crazy and everything, still think a lot of people had a great time with it. So it was really fun for me, for sure. Like I said, woke up, clapped my hands. Like I said in the interview, woke up, clapped my hands that day, yesterday, and you know, was just excited, excited to be alive, doing Chiu stream, and gonna interview Peter DeSev. And it was so cool because we got to see a bit of his art collection and saw uh, Winsor McKay original drawing of Gertie that he had. So that was super cool. That was a big surprise to me. I knew he had some Frank Frazetta stuff, but didn't know about that one. I wonder what else he has. Um, but either way, that was great to see a bit of his studio. And it was really cool to see him do a little bit of sketching. I don't know if you missed that, but that was really great. And it's fun to see that I hold my pencil the same way he does as well. Okay, let's see. What else do we want to do here in the last few minutes? Okay, so that's it. Let's say the submissions are over. Okay, and let's go ahead and vote. Let's go ahead and vote. Time to vote. You get 5 minutes to vote as I finish up this little sketch over here. And I'm gonna choose one of the top three, and we're gonna post it on the blog, post it on DeviantArt, and you know, good for you if you won. Good for you if you didn't win, because as long as you participated, even if it's pre-recorded or whatever, you participated, and again, for another night, you did what you needed to do to get ahead of the game. So do you hold your graphic tablet pen the same way you do a real pen? Yes, but not like a pencil. A pencil would be different. Did you say you had a class on speed painting at Schoolism? No, I don't right now. Um, Perhaps later on. Uh, what do you think of software programs like GIMP and Artweaver? I tried GIMP before. Seemed pretty cool. Seemed like some stuff that you can really do some cool stuff with. Rose asks, am I left-handed or right-handed? I am right-handed. But sometimes I'll draw with my left hand just for exercise, just for something to experiment with. Um, what do you think of? Oh, okay. So those are all repeat questions. So everybody, it's time to vote. Go ahead and vote. Okay, everybody gets one vote, and you can't vote on your own stuff. Okay, so spread the love and pick somebody's art that you like. Okay, and there are 3 minutes left. Okay, 3 minutes left to vote. You know, in a point in my life, I was thinking that, wow, none of the jobs that I had, while I was working at the studios and stuff, I was thinking, wow, none of these jobs I really like. Every single job that I've had so far, I don't really fully like it. And at a point, I was figuring, geez, what the heck am I gonna do? Like, what's wrong with me? I can't sit there and you know, work for somebody else like full time and everything. And because I just get frustrated, I just keep sitting there. I keep thinking, man, this person just paid, you know, $20, $30 for my life, an hour. And is that all that my life is worth? Or whatever it was. If you're getting paid $10, if you're getting paid $8, whatever. Geez, is that all your life is worth? I hope not. At a point I felt like, but everybody's doing it, so that's how life should be. Well, you know what? After looking back at all that stuff, if I could tell myself anything, I would tell him that's not what life has to be. That's what you choose it to be. So if you want it to be something else, then it's totally doable. And you know, I would tell myself literally, you'll be able to do it. Look, I've done it. I'm your future you. I've done it, so for sure you can do it. And I'm sure that would tell the past me, holy crap, I'm not just seeing like a time traveling Bobby Chiu, but he told me that I could become successful if I just keep doing it. And from then on, I'm sure I would have accelerated even faster and in my career and everything and really just bulldoze through everything. Again, another you know outside factor affecting the old me, which is great. But not everybody can wait for a future them to travel back in time and tell them that they're great and that they have potential to do anything that they want. So try to get it from inside. You know, get that drive, that energy from inside. And if you could do that, then you're gonna, do great, and you're gonna be the master of the universe and be able to have full control of your life. Somebody asks, do I have time to keep in shape? I just try to, watch what I eat. I should exercise more. Anyways, okay, so right now it's time's up, and let's take a look at the entries and who's the top. Oops. Okay, so let's pull another window over here and let's check out some of these entries. So before we get to these ones, let me just check out everybody else's. Tall and grumpy. Tall and grumpy. Very cool. Lots of entries today. Awesome. That one looks great. That one's funny too. Big Bird, right on. Eric Yan, you submitted like a million times. Time to turn down the intensity meter and just click once. All right. Awesome. Let's go up to the top and see who are the top three. Let's start off with Rodrigo. Rodrigo did this one. Awesome. Great job, Rodrigo. Next one is Karen. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I like the idea too. Tall and grumpy, right on. And Crystal, just with a mean old giraffe. That's funny too, because the trees are too short, the giraffe's head sticks out, and gets rained on. I love it. I think that's the winner. That's my favorite. Great idea. Awesome job. Awesome job by everybody. Crystal wins with 9 votes. Karen's second, and Rodrigo's tied with 7 votes each. Big round of applause to everybody that participated, and especially the ones that got in the top three. And that's it. Okay, so thank you so much for everybody's submissions, and I hope you enjoyed the Chew stream tonight. I know I definitely did. I needed that pickup. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take a look at the little tall and grumpy sketch that I did. Okay, so I just started off like this, and then bada bing, bada boom. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great night. Okay, so keep drawing, keep doing your thing, keep getting intense, and don't let anybody tell you any different. Take control of your mind and get crazy. Get crazy. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Monday will be the next Chiu stream. So tune in. Same time, same channel. Time to get intense. All right. So hope you guys all have a great weekend, and thank you so much for tuning in.